Look at all these goodies. Let's go on a semi-art adventure and bust them open. Okay guys, now we can get started. That we have our cup of tea and our little afternoon snack. Hope you've got something to enjoy while you're watching as well. I received some of these things actually sometime in the last week, but I've just been saving them up as a reward. I don't know if anyone else does that, but sometimes I do when I get exciting parcels and things. So the first thing is from Illustrated Research. It is a science and art conglomeration. So it's trying to raise awareness for science and science research through artistic media. And this is the very first publication. The artist spotlight is with Taryn Johnson, and that this issue, the very first issue, has art from over 5 countries. Oh, how sweet that there's a little thank you message, because I'm one of the people who has contributed to this publication. And I love this first contents page. Whoever's doing the design and layout, huge props to you because it's just so beautiful. And so let's just have a flick through some of the things that are being shown this time. There's an editor's note, and then there's different articles. And because there's a range of different artists in it, you can see that the art styles vary quite a lot. And I'm just going to jump straight to, yay, my publication. The Whaling Commission had a vote recently in September or October? In September, as to whether or not they should begin whaling again. And thankfully, the decision was made to continue with the moratorium on whaling. This just looks so great, and I'm really excited to sit down and have a read through all of it and to study closely the different artists that are included in this issue. But hopefully that little teaser is enough to get you interested, and you can find them at illresearch on Instagram, and there's a Patreon, and then I'll put some links in the description so you can check it out. Next up, I went to a Christmas party the other day. It was so much fun. It was a chance for my husband to see a whole bunch of his Japanese friends, some of which had flown over from Japan. It was such an experience to see all those Christmas lights and all those suburban homes all lit up. You know, in Australia we do that a little bit, but this was really some next level stuff. And one of the lovely people, Grace, thank you Grace, she brought me some unwanted art supplies. I think actually her boyfriend had bought them and then decided he didn't want them. So yay for me to get little art goodies. I'm really excited by this sharpener. I love a good sharpener with a case. I don't know what brand it is, but I'm keen to try it out. And it looks like it clips together really well, so it could be useful for on the go. And some charcoal sticks. I love a good ruler. This one is both in inches and centimeters, so it becomes my 2nd inch ruler. And then a blending stump. Sometimes just using some simple equipment is all you need and want. So that's fantastic. Thank you again, Grace. This one, I think, yeah, this one is from my sister, and my goodness, postage is just crazy. Just for this little thing the size of my hand, it's $17 from Australia these days. And I'm not sure exactly if there's any art supplies or anything in here. I'm probably not. There are the awesomeness of Violet Crumbles, which I thought maybe people would be interested to see. This is one of my favorite Australian chocolates. It's sort of similar to a crunchy bar, if you've tried one of those, but it's honeycomb wrapped in chocolate. But Violet Crumbles are so much better than crunchy bars. The quality of chocolate, the quality of the whole thing is so much better. So yay. Thank you, Shell. And then we've got another little parcel and so cutely wrapped. My sister is awesome at wrapping things. Hopefully it's nothing too personal, but I guess I can just edit that out if it is. And here we have, oh look at this, so sweet, a little Aussie Christmas tree. And so I think this is still somewhat artistic, and woodwork is definitely arty, so how cool is that? And it's a little bit belated coming out to you, but it's going to be up in time for holidays at my place. Thank you, Shao. That's so sweet. So cute. Bam. This one has come from the UK, so I've gotten something from Japan, something from the UK, something from Australia, something from the US. I'm really spoiled. Here we go. If I can get it out. Oh, how sweet. This is so beautifully wrapped. This one is an Etsy purchase. This is from a fellow YouTuber. Her name is Lindsay Thomas, and I first connected to her during my crazy Inktober month. I'll put up a card if you haven't checked out any of my Inktober illustrations, because I filmed for like 20 or 25 of those days and posted videos of them. And for every single day, I believe, Lindsay Thomas did as well. I don't know how she painted and posted videos every day and kept her sanity, but she followed her own prompt list of London pubs. Wow, this feels so beautiful. Really nice quality. And she's found a wonderful printer to print out her paintings. These are just so lovely. I hope that Lindsay doesn't mind me showing some of these on camera, and I'll also put a link to her YouTube channel down below. But I'm so excited to spend some time to really just look through the details of these and to explore some of the different pubs. If you haven't ever drawn an old style pub before, they're definitely worth spending your time to sketch and paint. I've done it once before, and I'm keen to do it again, especially after this inspiration. Oh, these are just so cute. Thank you again, Lindsay, and I highly recommend checking out her YouTube channel and her Etsy store for some goodies like this. And if you're lucky, there might still be a couple of copies of London Pubs still available on her Etsy store. Next up is a Japanese-French connection that I've already opened. It's called Onabi, and it's from, well, they're an illustration group or design group called Atelier Cento. Atelier, I guess, is French, and I know that many of the illustrators, if not all of the illustrators in this group, are French. And Cento is Japanese for bathhouse or public washroom. And they've written a really lovely, and drawn and illustrated, a really lovely story that I just had to get my hands on after seeing it on their YouTube channel. And if you haven't ever stopped by Atelier Cento's YouTube channel, the work that they produce is just breathtaking. So I'll also link that down in the description below. And they do all sorts of different things, so it's hard to pin it down. But this brought back so many memories of living in Japan. And if you ever want to feel like, or get the feeling of being in the countryside in Japan without having to travel there, or you're not able to travel there, this really can give you a feel of it. I had so many natsukashi moments, which is Japanese for nostalgic moments, while reading through. Huge props to Atelier Cento for producing this. And then I think it's the last thing. My husband just went to New York to visit some other friends from Japan that had flown across. And it's kind of funny, but he went to Muji while he was there. And Muji is a Japanese store, which is really common all throughout Tokyo and maybe other parts of Japan. But New York has a Muji too. While he was there, he picked me up this little set of gel pens. Hontoni arigatou gozaimasu. Oh, that just means thank you. And these are 0.5 gel pens in a range of different colors and just really handy to play with. I've been sketching with them a little bit and trying to see what I can do with them. I know from experience that you can get these in a range of different widths, so 0.25, 0.3, 0.5, 0.7, and so on. And the other thing, it reminded me that I bought these when I lived in Japan, but from Muji. They're color pencils. I got them for 2,000 yen, so about 2,000 yen or 18 USD dollars. And I actually find the quality of these pencils to be quite good. And they feel nice in the hand as well with this simple wood surface. And you get quite a range. I think you can buy different sizes of them. Here's a little color swatch sheet. So it'll just list the colors. They're in Japanese though, so like aka is red. And you can also see that there are numbers. And the numbers correspond to the color in Japanese. This one is meron iro, so it's the color of melons. And iro just means color. And so you can fill that out if you want, but I never felt a need to. And I just find that they hold a very good sharp point and that they're fairly pigmented for a cheap color pencil. Of course, they're not going to be the same quality as Faber-Castell's Polychromos or the Caran d'Ache Lumard's pencils, but I still think that they're quite good quality if you get a chance to stop by Muji and pick up a set on the cheap. They're really great for just adding a pop of color quickly in your sketchbook. I'm just looking through my pile. I think that is it for this little sort of art unboxing. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys soon for another art adventure. Bye!